Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Diamond Duos podcast. My name is That Gaming Dad 25. As always, this is my co-host Josh 2K.
It's good, everybody. And today we've got a very special guest. We got Big C Richy. I want to just start off by saying I've been watching you for quite a few years, so it's pretty crazy to actually have you on here. So I appreciate you taking the time. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
What's up, guys? Big C Richy here. Been doing it a while. 2K14 and moving for actually 13 if you count that my team. But yeah, I've been doing it a while. Happy to be on the podcast and ready to get started.
Yeah, most definitely. We're gonna have to pick your brain a little bit because you're an OG. For sure. But normally we do this or that first. Before we do that, sure. I had to make a quick adjustment on the fly. I owe Jazz. I don't know if y'all could see that. It was hard to write on the. It was hard to write on the shirt, but I did it. That says Jazz is the GOAT. Because Jazz made us promise. Nah, Jazz made us promise that there was a couple people we had on our list, and he said he was gonna get them for us, but we owed them one, and then that's it. So Jazz, you're a real one for that. But now let's get into this or that. So we're gonna give you one player each position. You are going to build a lineup, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be either this or that. So I'll start us off with a point guard. We're going to do the new Pink Diamond Oscar or the New Year's resolution Luka. Evo.
Evo'd?
Yep, Evo.
I think I'm going to go Luka. Just because I haven't used an Oscar, so I don't know his jump shot this year, but based off other years, it's been trash. I haven't heard anybody say anything about Oscar, but if it's Evo, and I know I've played against Luka, I've seen people be able to do things with Luka, so probably take that Evo Luka.
Okay. Shooting guard, we're going Pink Diamond Kobe or Pink Diamond Dr. J.
I mean, Kobe. Well, mine, that's the thing. Like, that Kobe's unlocked, so mine's got 43 Hoffers, damn near an invincible. Its shot's already on quick. Dr. J is very good, though. Like, if you just were to take stock, I'd still probably choose Kobe, but it's very, very, very close. But I'd take Kobe.
I figured you'd go Kobe. It's tough to really compete with that Kobe card, really.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. Like, you can make it the best. Like, you can make it an invincible Kobe. If you have, like, with all those different Hoff packs they've dropped, like, you can make it fully badged out. Puts it ahead of that Dr. J, ultimately.
All right, so small forward, we got the new Pink Diamond Paul George or Pink Diamond KD.
Oh, Paul George, easy. KD's trash ever since they've updated his release.
He used to be so good, too. That's the thing.
To be, yeah.
He was the best card for a while. Now,
cards.
I don't know if you used this card yet, but I've heard a lot of great things. In power forward, we got Pink Diamond Tyson Chandler or Pink Diamond Giannis.
I have not used Tyson Chandler, but Giannis to me is going to be quick. That's tough. I haven't really seen Tyson's stats or anything, but I've heard great things about. I'll probably go Tyson Chandler just because Giannis's jump shot is busted and his three is not that good. So,
and I've heard that Tyson plays way above his stats. Also, I'm excited to get him. And lastly, this is a question that's been going around Twitter literally since the card dropped, since the card was announced. At center, Pink Diamond Wemby or Pink Diamond Porzingis.
So funny because I've actually have both. Badged out both, and I actually put Wemby starting over as of right now.
Okay.
Even though Porzingis has a better jump shot, but Wemby ultimately seems like is playing better.
Okay. Yeah, because I think Porzingis looks better on paper, but it's all about who plays better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All right, so that was
Wemby on that one.
Go ahead, Josh.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No. All right. So that was this or that. That's the lineup we built. It's going to be Luka, Kobe, Paul George, Tyson Chandler, and Wemby.
Yeah, those are good questions because I was so excited too for this Porzingis because his shot is really good. It is better than Wemby's, but I don't know. It's his rebound. He doesn't get a lot of rebounds.
Kristaps doesn't.
You have to like really choose your shoe wisely on this one because he doesn't have great interior defense. It's good, not great. So all his stats are good, not great. Like his interior is only an 88. You want to push that over a 90 to hit that threshold. He can get ball control. So if you have D'Antoni, if you give him a ball control shoe, he can get the 86. If you have D'Antoni, his speed is not terribly great either, like being at an 80. But again, if you have D'Antoni, can get it up to an 88. The lateral quickness is at an 86, that 90 threshold. So there's like some different things. Like, you have
There's
to
a lot
kind
of
of
things you
pick.
can
Yeah, you have to be careful on that shoe on like what you really want him to. But I think that stupid Chet Holmgren card is so overrated, bro.
You think
I
he's
love
overrated?
Chet. I love
That
Chet.
card sucks.
The more I use him, the less I like his release, but he gets some of the craziest like fluke block animations.
Yeah, his block animations
So-
are insane. Like he'll get bullied in the paint. Well, if you time the jump right, you get crazy animations on the blocks.
Yeah.
I have seen that, like his defense, but like, man, and that's just another thing about this game that is so ridiculous. Like the way they've nerfed mashing. Like I had somebody try to argue. I said I went off yesterday because I was posting up. I had a Wembanyama Oscar Robertson mismatch. I'm backing him down, and he stopped him. He missed the point blank layup. That's not even real. Somebody tried to argue, well, his strength is outweighing Wemby. It does not matter. He is a foot smaller. That is a snack all day, any day. It would not matter.
Wemby dunks over 6'9" guys. Like let alone like 6'2".
I'm like the weight. So you're telling me I could put a 5'3", 300-pounder on Wemby and he should miss that because he outweighs him? That makes no sense. Like the mashing this year is a little too ridiculous on how bad they've nerfed in my.
Yeah, they went from one extreme to the other. I get paint stops with
Steph Curry.
all the time.
Yeah, this fool right here gets crazy fucking paint stops with Steph Curry. Like literally the only time he doesn't get a paint stop with Steph Curry is if I have a center down there. That's the only time I'll finish over Steph.
If you don't get a dunk, you're missing it.
Yeah,
you gotta hope you're getting a dunk. Now I want to segue into Unlimited. There's been a lot of talk about Unlimited this year. I don't really play Unlimited because I value my mental state too much, but everybody's complaining about it. Jazz, even Splash is complaining that it's too hard. And if Splash is saying it's too hard, I know there's no reason for me to even go near there. So I want to get your guys' opinions on the state of Unlimited right now.
So for me, Unlimited is normally the only game mode I play. Like going into this year, I was almost strictly Unlimited. Whether I was streaming, offline, I mean, not like when I was playing without streaming, it didn't matter. I was playing Unlimited. This year, from the jump, like people have been complaining about it lately. I haven't really liked it since the beginning. It's so bad that we had someone come in my chat last night. He said he broke his controller, and me and Josh immediately said he must have been playing Unlimited. That's the only way you're that pissed off is if you're playing Unlimited. At the end of the day, like, what are they gonna do? Because I think Unlimited is the only game mode that's long enough to piss you off that much. A clutch time game, like if the owl goes against you, you just gotta deal with it for 5 minutes. You know, Unlimited, you gotta deal with it for a whole 20, 30 minutes, and it's insane. Oh shit. Okay.
All right, Richie, what do you think?
To me, Unlimited, that's all I play, first of all, usually. I mean, I'll dabble into clutch because it is more tolerable this year with it being 24 seconds. I think ultimately they just need to make clutch a 1/4 game, a normal court. Like that would be the ultimate mode. But I feel
no
that
4-point?
no 4-pointer. Like that to me, like, I don't know, but I get it. Like it's a cool little mode, but like, I don't know. I feel like if they're not going to add something like an unranked mode or something where you can just kind of mess around with your team competitively. Like, I get, like, somebody said salary cap, but you can't use your God squad. Like, I think it would be better ultimately, or just have, like, a quarter games. But Unlimited is so bad just because of every problem. One, the rewards suck. I made a joke on it, Twitter. You're buying a Paul George that's already better than to play for a card that's already worse than the Paul George you just bought. Larry Bird, that card sucks. Why are we playing for that? Give him a good release so at least it's worth getting. That card has been outdated since, you could argue, since it's been announced. It's not good. So why is that the ultimate reward? So that immediately sucks. So you're playing for nothing, essentially. There are some better rewards in here, though. Like they've added MT. At least this season, they did make the super packs or quick sellable. I forget there is no auction house. And then the gameplay is ass this year. It's so bad. Nobody registered. Like, I'll have someone, the fact that I'll be standing there with Porzingis, but he'll slide right by me and act like just nobody's there. Like the no registry of like physical bodies there, and the mashing thing and the SBMM. They have killed. This is another problem. They've killed the casual player. One, because the casual player can't afford this. Are you kidding me? You have to pick and choose the players you want to buy. I mean, granted, if you grind and save your MT, sure, you can end up to get one good player for your team. But they've killed the casual player. What kid in high school, middle school could afford this team and be competitive online? You can't. You can't. And especially with the way they have unlimited with SBMM. They took SBMM out. You know, you can get a casual, you can get a sweaty, it kind of alternated, but now you're just getting sweat after sweat after sweat, where I can play probably max 2 unlimited games, max, and I got to step away for an hour or 2. Because that's the mental strain that it plays on you. Because it is like 250K every game. Like as far as the skill competition, you can't just relax and have like, you might get someone that's like, I hate to say that because I'm not sitting here trying to prey on a newbie, but like, you know, that's how everyone gets better. But I don't want to sit there and have my ultimate skill challenge every goddamn game. Like I just want to be
skill-based matchmaking is never what it's actually supposed to be. Like I feel like
no, it's not.
I'm like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably like a 4 in skill level. I don't think I'm faced against 4s. I really don't.
Yeah.
I come out full court pressing, trapping, playing the lanes, fucking ISOing me, ISO pick and roll, corner sitting. Like, I'm like, dude, like, I'm not good enough to be like I am not that good, 2K. Like, I don't know what you think of me to be thinking I need to be playing these guys, but I'm not him.
Yeah, my record is actually off. Like, I've moved recently, so I can't tell if it's just a because sometimes my internet's be going crazy where I feel like that's another thing. The latency in Unlimited this year off. Like you can go to other modes, like clutch time feels pretty smooth, pretty good. And then salary, but on Unlimited, there's got to be like different servers that they initiate from because the Unlimited servers be boggy. Like not like where I'm glitching, but it feels a delay. I feel a lot of delay, especially on defense when I'm trying to move guys. They're stuck in animations, and I'm not moving before, but like they've just killed the casual player. So now the only people left in this mode are the sweats. So it's like, even if they took off SBMM, would you run into normal people? I don't know.
And the sweats are everywhere, man. Triple threat, clutch time, unlimited. Like you said, it's like casuals almost don't even exist at this point. It feels like I feel like I said, I feel like I'm a slightly like above average player, but I don't run into anybody who's worse than me. The only time is like, it's obviously someone who just started because their cards are like complete trash. They're running like all sapphires.
Yeah. Well, I have a terrible win-loss record right now. Like I'm 32-40. And I'm still getting matched up against guys that are well in winning records. So I don't know what that is.
They said you're not going to fool me with that record. You're not going to fool me.
Where's the SBMM? I'm not playing dudes with losing records. I'm playing dudes that still have the My Team logo, still better record. I do think it's a team overall because
I think it's a combination.
My buddy's been using he's been trying to finesse and he's been using different caliber tier cards and he gets matched up against bums more often than not. But like is that the SBMM? Is the gem level overall team? I don't know. But it's not based off record for sure because my record's been trash all season and I'm not getting any break. No,
and it might be something like MLB The Show where they give you like a buffer. Like the better your team is, it gives you a push up in the skill ranking. So like if you have a shitty team, the bar starts here. But if you have a great team, the bar starts here. So maybe it's something along those lines. Maybe that does play into it. But either way, like you said, I don't think there's casuals out here anymore. So I don't think it really matters anyways. Because everybody who gets out here wants to be Ty Debo or Splash.
All right.
I think I found a loophole, but I don't know if I want to put it out there. No. But I think I found a loophole. I don't know if I want to put it out there because then it's going to make my life hell. But this new My Team app, if you want to find the noobs, go ahead, go there. That's where you can play all your online stuff.
Play on the app? Like,
yeah.
I haven't really messed around with that app because I wasn't trying to get trash Halliburton, but
what I did is it's gonna make me sound so nerdy, but you can Bluetooth your controller to your phone, and a lot of people don't do that, so they're using the touch screen trying to play defense, sliding all over the place, and you're just playing on your phone with the controller.
That's cool.
That's how I'm going for Tyson Chandler because it makes it a lot more smooth and fluent than what I was running into earlier. So it's sad, but if you want the unlimited rewards, I guess that's a route you could go if you want to run into people who, I mean, they're probably gonna have good teams, but unless they're connected with their controller also, I mean, but I didn't even want to put that out there, man, because now I'm gonna be running into sweats on there too. So hopefully people skip this part.
No, I'm gonna not only upload it still, I'm gonna create a clip of it too and make it a YouTube short. and put it on
You
Twitter.
know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'll put people on game. I'll let them know. Leave out the part where I said I would tell them though.
Nah, I'm gonna make you look like a bum. I'm like,
All right,
Josh specifically told me not to post this, but I'm a man of the people.
People's champ. All right.
All right, let's get into this Korver grind. We were talking last episode about when we thought we were gonna get another Inferno type grind. This ain't exactly T-Mac, Steph, and AK, but it is a pretty good set, and it came a lot sooner than I thought it was gonna come. What's your guys' take on that?
Power up one?
Yeah.
The level up, whatever it's called.
For me, it's just trash. Say that it's trash, mediocre art get for grinding a ton. Like it's cool if you're playing no money value.
Yeah,
Korver's not your GOAT.
Oh
Who's
man,
everybody's goat?
especially when 2K plays God. And now Dr. J, even though he's been 6'6" since 2K13, is now magically 6'7" this year. I don't know why you'd want Kyle Korver over Dr. J or Kobe.
It's the Afro. But I think, it's good for the no money spent people. It's definitely, I don't know that I'd even consider it the same as the T-Mac grind, the Inferno grind, because the cards are all right. I mean, the T-Mac grind, there were usable cards along the way. Like, Paolo's really good. AK is a good lock. Steph is Steph. You get T-Mac. This one, I hear good things about Alex English, but are you really going to use him? Probably not. CJ McCollum's a good offense initiator, but, I mean, he's small. Korver's good if you run plays. If you run plays, Korver might be your GOAT. So go ahead and go get your GOAT.
But would you want him or Klay Thompson? Where Klay Thompson with the Evo gets dunking, is the same size, can move.
If you are no money spent and run plays, he's your GOAT.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. I haven't heard much about Jermaine O'Neal. If his jump shot's the same as it was last year, it's going to be trash. I think it's a good concept to give us free stuff. I wish the free stuff was a little bit better, but, I guess beggars can't be choosers. We were asking for an Inferno grind, and this is what they decided to give us.
So would you guys had rather the grind be as insane as it was for Inferno with the same caliber cards, or something like this where it's a little bit more casual and you could, maybe even if you don't want the cards, you don't got to get them, but if it's a casual grind, you could do along the way?
I think I would just rip the Band-Aid off and go the full Inferno route, because unless you're somebody who solely plays online, you're not organically doing a lot of this stuff. Like, I have to run somebody who has power forward eligibility at my small forward, power forward, and center, because you need 200 rebounds. I mean, in a limited might not be a thing, but I'm playing triple threat online. I'm getting 4 or 5 rebounds a game. Like, you know how long it's going to take me to get
Sounds like you need to play better defense. That's what it sounds like.
Or I don't miss my shots. But yeah, I mean, and then everybody's just running straight to the rim because the other thing was score points in the paint. So, I mean, I'd rather, make it more difficult and give me really good cards, because these cards, yeah, they're easier to get, but they're not going to play for me. And I'm fully no money spent. So if they're not going to play for me, anyone who spends money, they're definitely not playing for.
But also, are you ready for 2 Inferno grinds in one season? Are you mentally prepared for that?
Yeah, because you don't have to get the top card. Like,
are we gonna get another Inferno grind?
I'm just saying, like, this one was like, all the content was grindable, not to the level of Inferno, but would you rather have 2 insane grinds like that in one season, or one insane one to start the season where you have to like no life the hell out of it, and then one casual one down the line in the middle of the season?
I think this one's more attainable for everyone, but for me personally, I would take 2 Inferno grinds, because even if I'm not going to get the top card, there were 4 or 5 usable cards in the Inferno one. I'm going to get at least 1 or 2 of them. And if I have time, I'll get the whole set. But you'll get 2 usable cards out of there, when right now the only one who might make my lineup is Korver, and it's like end of the bench sharpshooter role. Like, that's really, I mean, I'm just doing it to do it at this point. You know what I mean?
Korver's gonna run point for me. He's not even point guard eligible, but I'm gonna make it work.
He's gonna be boxed.
He's gonna be the way you do me with Steph. That's what I'm gonna do with you with Korver.
Okay.
I'm looking at this. This is not, I mean, to compare this Inferno at all, night and day. Inferno, we have Karolinko still usable. Tracy McGrady, I guess you could use him. Stephen Curry.
No T-Mac slander. No T-Mac slander. I love my T-Mac.
That's his GOAT.
The problem is, it's not the T-Mac, it's 2K's. This whole pacing this year is awful. I hope you ask about pacing.
Yeah, it's coming.
About that.
It's terrible. But so you got T-Mac, which is good, but like I said, are there cards that are better? Sure. But like, you got that Paolo Banchero card with 6'10" small forward. He's really good. And then even for budget guys, like
James Jones is elite.
James Jones, DeAndre Ayton could be nice. Like, if you can really get anybody. And then Tyler Hero is, I mean, like there's almost all there are a few cards in here that are absolutely unused, but most of them you could use. Like this set, we're talking Kyle Korver, which you have to get Evo to even make him usable. Jermaine O'Neal, there's just too many other better options at this point for what he does. CJ McCollum. I mean, the rest, Amethyst below. I don't know. There's like one usable card. Arguably two if you want it.
All right, so let's get into the basic. You brought it up. That was actually next up. You nailed it right there. I was trying to segue into that. Like, I know we've been waiting. When are they gonna do the SIG changes? They're taking a very long time to do it this year. I'm starting to worry. Like, are they not going to? Like, what? Like, they have to, right?
I think I know what they're gonna do. I saw I don't remember who posted on Twitter. Maybe it was Jazz. Someone posted on Twitter. I think their next step is they're gonna start doing jump shots on quick, but I don't think they're really gonna start messing with like dribble sigs and all that stuff for at least in season 5, maybe even season 6. Honestly, I could see season 5. That's when they update everybody's jump shots to be quick, and then season 6, that's when they start getting to like the cheesy SIGs, because it's like, I don't know. I don't like how long they're taking, because we talked about it last time, and I think my issue is when hype becomes the meta, but I want somebody who can, like, there's nobody that you're really out there just killing people with besides Kobe. I want that one card that it's like, it's fun to use. These cards, a lot of them aren't that fun to use, you know what I mean?
And I think last year we got Tim Thomas like really early. So it's kind of like, yeah. So I think, I'm not too familiar. Richie, you know a little bit more. You've been playing for a lot longer than I have. Was Tim Thomas, was that like a unicorn, or is that like a normal thing to get a card that good that early in the year?
I mean, I mean, I don't know. Like, it feel like they always choose some random dude that no one's ever heard of or would expect and just decide to he's the chosen one. But I don't know. I can't really remember. Like, there's been different players they've made like cheesy throughout the years that you're like, huh? But yeah, I would say 6'10" with that really. And there are a lot of people that like pair him to like, oh, this is our Tim Thomas. The reason Tim Thomas, there's no other reason why the shot on quick 10. It's clear that they're going for Galaxy Opals, like, or when they're gonna start hitting those quick. But like, my whole thing is, why would you want to use trash cards longer? It's not fun. Like, I get it at the beginning of the year, like, but you got to be able to change some things. Like the fact that you skip a gem, like a full gem level, and it's still like that, you could use an Amethyst Kevin Durant, he would have the same SIG. Like, there has to be change, like animation wise, as they get better slightly. I'm not saying it have to be drastic, but like the fact that you can pull up an Emerald Kevin Durant even, and he would have the same signatures and same jump shot as his pink diamond.
Yeah, I feel like
I want to use trash cards longer.
Once they use you in the second promo, they should like be obligated to at least make your jump shot faster. Like, we've seen Paul George twice, we've seen KD twice, we've seen Steph twice. We've seen who else? But once these guys start coming into their second cycle of cards, at least promo cards, they should be getting at least the updated jumper.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing too, is they make them too good fast. They don't know how to like settle. Because like, you give Durant with a Hoff of unlimited or limitless, but then you update a shot. Why would you want his new? Like, you can't just put it on Barry. They either give him too much power. They just don't know how to like slowly progress a card.
And I feel like they're trying to overcompensate now by everybody's stats are insane. If you updated the SIGs on some of these cards right now, they might as well be invincible. Because some of these cards, they're juicing the hell out of their stats and hoping that, you know, the SIGs will hold them back. But like, whose card was I looking at the other day? It was like insane all the way around. It was like, only thing stopping them is a shitty jump shot. And I feel like,
go ahead. Just, I don't want to cut you off. My bad.
No, it's just, I don't know. I want them to start doing it, but I feel like they're going so far in one direction with the attributes that it's like they've tried so hard not to go too fast. I feel like once they do start updating them, it's going to basically be invincibles.
And then with the stats, with the stats, it's like, even these Ruby cards, like I was telling Josh before we hopped on here, this Dayron Sharp card, right? He's a Ruby, 97 block, 94 interior, 97 O rebound, 97 D rebound. Like, he's not the best on offense, but 95 standing dunk. Like, they're juicing these stats quick. Like,
on Rubies even.
On Rubies. Yeah, like, if I throw a shoe on him, he's going to be a consistent shooter. If you throw Larry Bird out there, he's going to be cash. And that's like Joshua. The only thing holding him back is his jumper.
I just can't believe that they botched Larry Bird 2 years in a row. Because usually they try so hard to overcompensate that you would think that Larry Bird was going to be this year's Tim Thomas because of how bad he turned out last year. That's what I thought going into it. I thought there's no way they make this mistake 2 years in a row. And then Larry Bird turned out to be shit. So
It's only one explanation. They're racist. But
I think it's Hoff badges, to be honest. Like, stats, yes, are good, but without the right Hoff badges, like, they can't perform. But like, it's like, look at these cards. Like Kobe Bryant or Scottie Pippen is a perfect. Their shots are already on quick, or Scotty's feels like is on quick, even though it's not. And same with like Dr. J. But like, those are unlocked, and even Porzingis is unlocked. So you can add any badge you want to them, and they've never dropped where you could get every Hall of Fame badge for $40. For $40, you can get every Hall of Fame badge. And now I have a Kobe Bryant that minus post Hall of Fame badges has he's not on his Galaxy Opal going to get his shot on very. The only thing that's going to change, or maybe some slight sig, but granted, I now have an invincible Kobe Bryant. I don't need to upgrade my Kobe Bryant. They have dropped way too many Hall of Fame badges. Like, to me, if it were Tracy McGrady, put his shot on quick, but his clamps is stuck on Braun, or you got to like you have to do it with Hoff badges, because stats are only as good as the badges are going to allow. Like, it used to be you could just add badges to anybody, but I think that's the one I meant. Quick draw. When you could add quick draw to cards.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best.
I hated quick draw at the time, but now looking back on it, I'm like, we had it so good.
Yeah. But like, that's the problem, is now they've given us too much power, but the only thing they're now stopping it with is just the jump shot. And I guess some dribble sigs if you're a dribbly guy, but like, if you were now like Scottie Pippen, like, I guess his shot could be on quick, but it's already pretty good, that it's like you put all your Hoff badges on that, you have an invincible Scottie Pippen, you have an invincible Kobe Bryant, you have, like, if LeBron James got a pink diamond, we now know his shot's not going to be updated. Like, you have technically, like, any unlocked card is an invincible. If you bought any of those cards, it's like now you've only locked one thing away, is their jump shot. And some you don't even have to. Like Kobe, if you have a great Kobe, you won't need the Galaxy.
I think they're banking. I think they're banking on the fact that the people are going to spend money are going to do it regardless. So, well, the difference isn't going to be that big, but like, the guys are going to buy all the cards, are going to buy all the cards, even if it doesn't make any sense for them. If you got a completely hopped out Kobe at pink diamond, it doesn't make any sense to do the Galaxy Opal, but people are still gonna buy it. Let's just just call it what it is.
The FOMO,
And it's gonna be like it'd be something stupid, but people are gonna still buy it for no reason. If the jump shot's a little bit quicker or whatever, they're gonna buy it, and that's what 2K's banking on. Even though they fumbled big time this year, they're banking on the fact that people are gonna still spend the money on it.
I want to throw out one thing real quick. It's off topic, but the Yao Ming, I think a lot of people are like, oh, Yao Ming's coming Friday. First of all, if you think Yao Ming is just going to be thrown into the player market, no, he's going to be the 150 lockeroo that you're going to have to wait for weeks to get. And then I don't know how effect gonna be.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Yao's gonna be that good this year, unless they completely go. Because so far this year they've done a good job with like Victor and Porzingis. What they're good at, they're great at, but they have weaknesses. Like you said, Porzingis only with the shoe boost only gets like 88 interior defense. You said, right?
No, his interior is 88. Wait, hold on right now. His interior is 88. So if you want to get it to that 90 threshold, which becomes elite, you have to. So there's different things on him that's like, his ball handle width is at a 78, and then you can get it up to an 82. But then with the coach, you can get it to an 86. But then he's got other things that are lacking. Like his strength is in the 80s. To get it to that threshold, you'd want to put a shoe on there. Lateral quickness is at 86. Probably want to get it to a 90. Speed is only at 80.
Yeah, so with Yao, I think he's going to be slower than people want him to be. His jumper is going to be good, but it's not going to be Porzingis good. It's probably not even going to be Wemby good. It'll probably be mid-80s.
Like those
he's not going to have Limitless.
Well, I don't think Wemby doesn't, but Porzingis does.
So I think people are they're gonna buy him because it's Yao Ming, but they're gonna try him out. And they're gonna be like, I kind of like my Wemby more, and I kind of like my Porzingis more.
His strength could be the problem that negates like those two, but still, it's gonna be the height and that you can't match, and that these guys will both have defensive Hoff anchor that will still affect. He can only post spin so many times that he's not gonna be that powerhouse and not have the jump shot. and not have the Hoff shooting badges. But then again, you think he's going to be the 150 lock, and every one of those they've unlocked the badges. So if you have a Hoff limitless, you could add and all that.
I still think he's going to end up being the best center in the game. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near what the one from last year was, but I do think they'll find a way to make him the best center. Every year, I feel like when he comes out, at least when he first drops, he's the best center in the game. He doesn't always last that long, besides last year, but he's like, when he comes out, you better believe he's going to be the best center. He's going to have at least high 70s, 80s three ball. He's probably going to have speed in the 80s. I mean, he's going to be amazing. The only thing is the mashing isn't the way it used to be, so he's probably not going to be as ridiculously overpowered as he was in the past.
But knowing 2K, they'll fucking put out a patch to make to buff mashing right before Yao Ming comes out. So if we see a patch to buff mashing on Wednesday, just know Yao's coming on Friday.
He's the best.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, he won't be like, that's the thing. He's not going to just be there. He could be announced, but we won't be able to get him for 2 weeks. Or how long are those things? 2 weeks?
I think like,
I think they're usually 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So they'll dangle. So you have to spend that's the crazy part.
But they haven't done one of those in a while though, huh? The like 2 week lock-in?
Yeah, so we're due.
Don't they do one a season?
Yeah, I think they do. And we have just under 3 weeks left in the season. I could see them wrapping up the season with that because I don't know exactly when Lunar New Year is, but it's coming. I was
gonna say my ignorance is showing. When is Chinese New Year?
It's in February. I think it's next. I think it starts the 9th, to be honest.
Well, then I could see they start the event in the next coming days, and it goes through basically the end of the season, probably. Although usually the last week of the season is Super Packs, so I don't know. We'll see. They're gonna do something big.
Are we gonna talk Paul George? Love to doubt.
Paul George. You talk about like the
controversy.
Okay, so let's segue.
Our next topic kind of, I feel like, has something to do with it. The next topic was the new TOS that they announced.
Okay.
And I feel like Paul George is a perfect segue for that because I don't know. I've never seen them change the TOS mid-game cycle before, but I've heard that someone said on Twitter that this was because they were getting sued about shutting down the servers on previous 2Ks, and that's why they're doing this right now. But I don't know if you guys saw the drama with Lethal Pascal on Twitter about his entire account getting wiped, and now they're worried anybody who did the Paul George is going to get their entire account wiped. I don't know if that was fake or real. I like Lethal, so I want to assume it's real, but that's crazy if they actually are wiping people's accounts for something that they messed up.
See, so I don't know Lethal well enough, but so I don't know one of to call him a clout chaser or anything like that, but I just think it's just like entirely too convenient that his whole account got wiped right after this new TOS was announced, and he's the only one. Nobody else has came out and said me too.
Do you remember what happened to Mojo last year though, where he was completely auction house banned on pretty much every account that he had, and no one else was running into that issue? I mean, I'm just saying there's a world. I don't know how true it is, truthfully, but I missed out on the Paul George, and I guess I'm thankful now, but at the time, I was pissed.
I can't wait. I can't wait to explode on that. I really
go ahead, do your thing.
Go ahead,
man.
Take the floor. I'm ready for this.
This Paul George thing is nuts. And I understand, and I have a very controversial take because I'm against those that did it. One, I used to be well known as an MT promoter. I was banned 15 times last year for promoting MT. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of accounts I had. And once you hit 5 profiles on a PlayStation that you've created, you have to buy a new one. So countless PS5s I've had. I've probably owned over 30 PS5s in my life after selling them. So one,
those checks must have been nice. Shit.
Oh, they were great. They were great checks. That's the only reason I kept doing it. But the thing is, my theory is, just because the cash register, the cash clerk is gone, doesn't mean you get to just, that's the company's mistake. The clerk's not here. I just get to walk out with my merchandise. That's not how it works. It's still illegal. If an ATM starts spitting out $100 bills and you pick it up and take it, just because it's the machine and the bank's fault, doesn't mean it's not still against the rules. You will go to jail if caught and prosecuted. That's not how it works. Just because it's available doesn't mean, dude, the amount that they took, if we were to put it into 2K logic, 100K is $20, and they made millions and millions. So if they made millions and millions, what was it, like a million or 1.5 or a million is $150. They lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and just because it's available, and that like I said, it just, and also the taking from accounts, that's not new either. They gave everyone and messed up on Pink Diamond LeBron James, and they went into everybody's accounts and took it out. They ripped them away.
That happened. That was insane.
Like, that's not new either. So it's like, I'm not wishing, like, to me at this point, I've sued down on it. Like, I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Those cards eventually have been outrated. But do I feel bad if they get prosecuted? No, because it's like, I have done things that I just promoted. I didn't even sell the coins. I did nothing with it. I just told people about a site where you could buy them, and I was banned for that. You literally stole hundreds of dollars from the company on their mistake. I didn't take anything from the company. I just told people about it. And now you're telling me that you took hundreds. I got 15 bans last year, but you, and that's my favorite thing too. Let me get on that. Oh, we're going to sue 2K. Please sue Take-Two Interactive, a multi-billion-dollar. What lawyer do you think you have in the, I lost my $300 account and I'm going to sue? What do you think that's going to hold up in court? And what do you think you won't be stomped to the ground in legal fees before it even gets anywhere? Like, we had Lindsay Lohan try. Do you understand that they are over Rockstar Gaming, one of the most controversial sued video games of all time? If you don't think they have a Hall of Fame Dream Team lawyer set up for, like, what chance do you think you have of suing 2K over a $300 account? Or
and they only got to send the B team. They only got to send the A team.
They can throw Joe Schmo from their lawyer team, and you will be done in seconds off lawyer fees and legal, all that stuff for what's the most somebody could have spent on their account? Thousands. Like,
at this point,
like, you will, like, I love it when people say, yeah, sue Take-Two Interactive. You will be broke before you even say 2K.
And I would say when the Paul George thing happened, I thought everybody should have got their accounts wiped, or at least whatever they took should have got taken away.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And the MT as a penalty, any MT that you would have accrued even before as a penalty, you lose. That would be fine. I don't know.
And that's where I was at too.
Harsh,
but I think it's to the point where, like, if they're doing it now, I feel like that's a little unfair to do now. Yeah, if that's what they're doing, it's too late.
Yeah,
they should have been did that. And I still think it was wrong, but the way DBG put it to me, which ended up being true, is they got the best cards in the set, and most people, unless you did it smartly and just kept the cards until they wiped the MT and then sold the cards, all those cards are played out, except, like, you got Wemby and Kobe, obviously. But every other card you bought is almost worthless by now because of how many cards come out.
Late. And you had to have, like, the perfect situation. I couldn't buy Paul George because I already had him, so I couldn't do this even if I wanted to. And then you had to have, like, the perfect combination of you haven't collected a lot of cards, so you had to buy them. And then, like, that's another thing. Like, their quick sell values have dropped so fast. Like, that was their main thing in the blog. Quick sell values are going to be crazy to compensate for not being an auction house. Like, amethysts are already like they're like 8,000 or something. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, because they sell for, I mean, you could buy them for what, 28K, and you sell them back for like 40% or something like that.
Sell them back for like 8,400.
But if you had an auction house right now, and people love to defend the auction house, like the MT buyers ruin the auction house. May that be true? All these diamonds right now that were coming out would be the cost of these.
Yeah, because about this time last year, it was like the pink diamonds were our diamonds last year, and pink diamonds were selling for, this was a season last year where the prices started drastically dropping because they were throwing pink diamonds at us so much. And so yeah, the diamonds or the pink diamonds would be selling for dirt cheap.
Yeah, so it's like this Serge Ibaka, which I'd love to get because he's going to be a beast for like Serge Ibaka's, they always give him a pretty good release. I was trying to find it, but like maybe not because there's just so many cards out. But like you traditionally like a diamond, like any type of Serge Ibaka would be a nice card, but I'm not spending 95,000 on a diamond. Like if this was last year with an auction house, it would be a 10, 20k card, maybe 30, I guess at the most. But that's the thing, like they had the ability to block and ban people from the auction house. I thought that was their biggest ally because one, you block, say someone takes advantage of the auction house that clearly was doing something crazy. You ban them from the auction house. So if they want to play, their only option is to spend money. You don't lose a customer. You don't ban them entirely from every game mode that they do. You ban them from the auction house, and then if they want to keep playing on that account, then they have to spend.
Yeah, or you gotta make a whole new account and spend.
Yeah, where you got exactly.
All right. So let's move in to the secret draft. So everybody knows how this works. Me and Josh know the subject. Richie does not. If you want to play along with him, I'm gonna put the subject on the screen. So close your eyes right now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So those who want to know, you know it now. So the secret draft, me and Josh know the subject. Richie does not. We're going to draft 5-man lineups, and Richie has to try and guess what the subject is by the end of the draft. Josh, you want to kick it off for me?
I'll start it off. At my center, I'm going with Diamond Serge Ibaka since we were just talking about him.
Okay, so excuse me. At my small forward, give me OG Anunoby. Amy. All right, Richie, so go ahead and draft someone. You don't got much to go off of, but you got to pick somebody.
To go along with what we have so far, like of similar.
Yeah, usually the first round is just you draft anyone random unless you pick up on it real early.
I'll do Kawhi Leonard at the shooting guard.
Okay.
At my point guard, I'm going Diamond Jamal Murray.
Okay. At my 2, I'm gonna go Diamond RJ.
Wait, so am I guessing each of your lineups and then
we got one subject. So we're all me and Josh are drafting under the same subject.
Okay. But you guys each have your own.
Yeah. We have our own.
Okay. So it's Serge Ibaka.
I have Serge and Jamal Murray.
And there was an OG.
And RJ Barrett.
Yeah, it's tough.
The first few rounds are pretty brutal usually.
Okay.
Unless Antoine gives it away like he did last episode.
Hey, chill.
Damn, I don't know. Point guard Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go power forward here. Give me Diamond Josh Smith.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna move OG the power forward. And that small forward, I'm going to take Ruby Brandon Miller. My GOAT. He's the GOAT.
You're taking a different approach to this than I thought you were.
Well, what do you think I was going to do?
Well, I'm not saying nothing until after the draft.
I feel like we need to watch. I also thought normal lineups, not 2 lineups, but Brandon Miller. He's a Ruby.
Yeah,
he's a Ruby.
What team's he on?
The Hornets.
Oh. Is it what is his card even? A breakout card? I don't even know what his card is.
I'm looking at
your list is making it a lot more difficult than mine. I'll say that. Yeah, it's fine.
Is it? I'm going too hard?
I think so. It would have thrown me off. You're going the route that I went in the DBG one.
All right, small forward, and I'm supposed to guess according to what you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to guess until the very end after you've drafted your team, unless you want to guess beforehand.
Is there any restrictions on this, like as far as tier level or anything?
No restrictions.
I drafted solely cards from this year, so everybody that I drafted has a card this year.
I'll go Ruby, Gerald Wallace 3.
Okay,
that's a really good one for the topic. I'll say that.
At my point guard, I'm gonna go Amethyst Darius Garland at my point guard.
All right, then at my shooting guard, I'm going Diamond Monte Ellis.
This is crazy. Names that are being thrown out. I'm going Amethyst Bomba.
Okay, you getting there?
All right. Last round. Small forward, I'm going Diamond Lamar Odom.
At my center, I'm going Amy DeAndre Ayton.
All I have.
And we'll read off our lineups. That way you can hear them all the way through before you try to guess the topic.
Yo, Diamond Chet Holmgren.
Okay.
So close.
I like it.
So close.
I like it. The last 3 picks, you definitely leaned into the topic.
Not the last one.
He fits the topic.
No, he doesn't. He was gonna be my pick. I looked it up.
Oh man. All right, I'll have to see. All right, my lineup: at the point guard, Diamond Jamal Murray; shooting guard, Diamond Monte Ellis; small forward, Diamond Lamar Odom; power forward, Diamond Josh Smith; center, Diamond Serge Ibaka.
My point guard, Amy Darius Garland. At my 2, it was Ruby Brandon Miller. No, Brandon Miller was my my 3. OG Anunoby was my 4. DeAndre Ayton was my 5. And who did I put at my shooting guard?
RJ Barrett.
RJ was my shooting guard. All right. So do you have a guess?
I feel like this has something to do with draft, where they would draft. Maybe like
Not quite. Not quite.
I thought it was defense for a minute. Montalis. I have no idea on this.
All right.
All right.
Too spread out for me.
I'll go ahead and tell him. This one was or some of the best players that have never been all-stars.
Never been all-stars.
That's why it threw me off when you started naming young players, Antoine, because I was like, he's never gonna get this if you're giving him young players. That's why I was like,
Chet was gonna be my pick, but he made it this year.
He didn't make it this year, I don't think.
I googled it. I said, has Chet Holmgren never made an All-Star game? They said he was selected this year.
I don't think he got. Maybe he did. I don't know.
Serge Ibaka would have never made an all-star game.
He was pretty good for what he said. Who did he say? I don't think RJ's ever making it either. I looked up a list that said, best players that never made an All-Star team. He was on there, right? Damn it.
All right. So that was a secret draft. Let us know down below if you are able to guess it. If not, give us some suggestions for the next week. This small section of the podcast is sponsored by you guys, the members of this channel. As of right now, we got our first sponsor, Wyatona. So shouts out to Wyatona. If you want to be mentioned in the sponsor segment, be sure to drop a membership to the channel. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy the podcast. All right, so every time we get a guest on here, we want to kind of pick their brain a little bit about their content. So since you've been doing it for as long as you have, we figured now would be the perfect time to kind of pick your brain there a little bit. Josh, you want to lead the way with that?
Yes. So one of the questions I had is, you said you started making content on my team in 2K13, 2K14. How has that changed for you throughout the years? Has it become easier, harder?
It's become harder. Just because the mode is becoming stale. There's not a lot of innovation in the mode, where it's just, how many years can people get excited for Diamond Team Axes? All the cards kind of just go through their traditional cycle. The problem has always been with me, just a lot of laziness as far as like when cards release and things like that. Like, we know Yao is coming at this time. Why couldn't he drop in like Halloween and be like a surprise? Like, not, maybe that's a bad example because he's an overpowered card, but like, you can look at the cycle of every 2K and be like, oh, this is the time that this drops and this drops. Like, there's no element of, like there's no element of surprise to it, where it's just becoming harder to kind of keep the mode fresh and have people be excited about different things.
But what have you done on your end to kind of keep the content fresh for your viewers?
The really only thing you can do to keep it fresh, gameplays has always been the thing that I've done. It really just comes down to like entertainment value as a creator, and how you my big thing is I always rage at the game, or I'm always, I'm more animated of a creator than say the, traditional 2K player. So I think it's more, for me, it's probably more personality, to be honest. Like, I don't think I do anything crazy that because I'm not this year is probably the worst year I've been at 2K as far as winning and stuff. So I know they're not coming to me for a competitive knowledge on it. I'm not bad at it. I've usually been pretty good in all the games. But this year, man, like I said, it's just been a different animal. But I don't know. For me, it's probably just been kind of that and anything.
And I think, a lot of people are trying to get burnt out, man. A lot of people are falling off and not doing content at all. Honestly, I see you mostly been streaming for the most part.
Yeah, streaming. That's another thing with the auction house. You can't try these cards out either. So for me on a gameplay, I'd buy a card and then I'd lose. Maybe sometimes I'd make money, because sometimes that's how the auction house works. Sometimes it went up in value from the time I did the gameplay to that. I'd make a little, I'd lose a little, but now you can't even try cards out. It's all or nothing, and then you take a big hit if you want to sell it back.
That was the only good thing about the draft mode that they had. They implemented the draft so terribly, but on a rare occasion you could try a card out before actually buying it.
Right.
That's the one thing I miss about it. I just don't understand. I'm going off on a tangent here, but every other game has a good draft mode. Why was it so difficult for them to figure out?
Or if draft mode was free, I would have enjoyed, like, it would have been a good mode. Because, like you said, Battle Royale on MLB The Show, it's like you pay, but the one is not much, and two, the rewards are crazy good. So,
Yeah.
Well,
if you,
the easy fix on all of that, like with the card trying out, but they have free agents, put out a free agent of all the best cards. It costs like 10K or fit, like, and it has a 3 contract or 2 contract expiration. So you can try them out in a freestyle, obviously, to see how the card plays. But then if you want to see it in the game before you invest, use it for 2 games in any online game mode. And
in general, in a perfect world, you should be able to try out anybody in freestyle. Like, in the perfect world. But like you said, even if you want to try them in game, that free agent idea, that's the original one. I haven't heard that one.
The only thing I could think of is literally go to create a player, and you have to go to 2KDB and basically match him on your created player and use that created player in freestyle.
Nobody's doing
like
all
the main
that
menu.
shit.
Hey,
I wouldn't be shocked if they did like a freestyle only card, and you had to pay a 15K rental or something like that, where they'd still get you, but you could try the card out first. But I mean, it's more comes down to that quick sell thing. I thought we were supposed to get more for the quick sells, but we're now losing 60 per. We went from the auction house redeem from 15 to 60. That's crazy.
I still don't understand how we're this far in and we're still getting taxed 60%. But it's their world. We're just living in it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care, but that was their blog point. That they said quick sells. Like everyone was all excited about that 25,000 Patrick Ewing quick sell, and it's like that went away fast because rubies sell for like 2,000.
I was ripping nothing but deluxe packs earlier and getting 8K per pack. I was like, oh yay! But
all right, go ahead, Josh.
Since you've been doing this for so long, I want to know, what's your favorite My Team?
I think the funnest one, and like where the community was like whole, but there was some different elements in there. Like I know everybody hates Time Blocker, but that's when Twitter was most lit with that, because people were talking, people were trolling, saying here's the code. Like there was so much banter. And then as far as like as a community standpoint, and even probably the game and enjoyability, would probably be somewhere between 17 and
and I think that's the sweet spot for all the game modes, for Park, Rec, My Team. I think everybody's kind of in agreement. Those were the 2 best games.
Man, how the mighty have fallen. But I was in your stream the other day, and I wanted to give you an opportunity here to promote your new sponsor.
Oh, my new sponsor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to give you a chance.
But I set the contract. It's not 100, but it is happening. So I guess I can technically say it. It's gonna be. It's called it's an energy drink. They sell it in Walmart. They sell it in a bunch of places. It's got a big deer like buck. Like they play on their name. It's called Bucked Up Energy. So I don't know if you've seen their energy drink or seen their pre-workout in GNC or anything. But it's big out here.
I'm going to Walmart today, so I'll have to keep my eye out.
Yeah, if you look up in their energy drink section, or if you go into GNC ever, they're big on pre-workout and stuff like that. But it's very similar to like Rockstar. Obviously, the notoriety in the brand isn't quite there yet as far as like of being super well known. But it's Bucked Up Energy, and they do energy drinks and like pre-workout. And their main thing is going to be they kind of want to dabble into that gamer fuel stuff. And like, what's the other one? I can't think of the other powder one. They do energy drinks and like pre-game powder. So I'll be working with them and doing some things for the next couple months.
Right, so y'all be sure to follow Richy on Twitter, so that way when he does get that official, everything comes in officially, you can use that code and put some money in his pockets.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so we always got to end with what we call the begging segment. This is how we got you on here. So you've been chilling with us for like an hour and a half now. You know the vibe. Who's someone that you think would be a good fit to be on the podcast, but you have to help us get them?
I have to help you get them?
Yeah. So someone you're close enough
if they're
to.
too Hollywood for it.
Yeah, someone you're close enough to that you can, put the word in for us.
You had Mojo on yet?
Yeah, that was actually our very
first guest.
Yeah.
Okay, he's great, and he's super...
I would love to have Mojo back soon.
Yeah, I could get on here.
Even if not, we could always shoot our shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like who would be good. Have you had Bio?
No, we have not
had Bio yet.
Bio would be a good one, but he's kind of steered away from 2K content, so I don't know if that would be interesting in a sense that, I don't know, that might be hard to get him, not really doing 2K, but I'm trying to think you've had DBG.
Yeah.
You've had. Man, it's hard because, like you said, there's so many creators that left. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy. If you
for
look
sure.
down the list, like
Mhm.
we've lost the Bulls, Sub the Game, Two Brothers Gaming for I'm just leaving. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy to think of like all the like
Mhm.
Cash was huge on T left.
Cash,
Like,
Jesser,
just,
LSK,
yeah,
all those guys.
God damn, man, I'd have to like. Oh,
It's not something you need to
have
worry
you had
about now.
Have you had fitness on here?
No, we
2K
haven't.
Fitness. He'd
No,
be a
we
good
haven't.
one.
I would love to. I know he
Yeah,
just got his
fitness.
setup finished not too long ago. He's been moving.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
Cool.
Perfect.
So we'll shoot our shot with 2K Fitness. If he don't reply, we're gonna be messaging you to put the word in for us.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
think he'll
Richie.
reply though.
It was a pleasure having you on, man. If you ever need a platform to get some stuff off your chest, man, you could come back anytime.
Okay.
You know,
for sure.
you killed it. We appreciate you taking time to be out here with us. Josh, anything you want to end on?
Nope, that you pretty much covered it. Yeah, thank you again for coming on here. It was awesome to actually get to chat with you. I've been watching you for a long time. You and Shake are probably the first two people that I started watching my team content on. So it was awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It was a great time. I had a lot of fun.
Perfect.
All right, any closing statements, Richie?
Hang in there, gang. That's all I can say. Like, just,
I love it.
it's just, yeah, survival of the fittest. Hang in there.
Hell yeah.
Bar, y'all, if you made it this far, as always, we appreciate you. Be sure to check out both of their channels. I'll have the links in the pinned comment on here. As always, y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.